seen anything like that.
No good. Wide right.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. He's going to the end zone. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God. You believe in miracles? Yes.
Woo! It's the Davey Mac Sports Program where we talk sports and other stuff like the summertime. Speaking of which, why do elephants love swimming so much? Anyone?
Not sure.
Because they've always got their trunks with them. You get it, guys?
Yeah. Good.
Let me tell you something, guys. You better fucking get it or there will be hell to pay.
What?
You understand me, guys? You get it or else.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm Roy Harter, and here's your host, Mr. Eastside David McDonald, everybody. Come on.
I mean, thank you, Roy. It was a nice, fun, quick, light introduction for a change. You hit it in. You got the setup nice and quick. The punchline was good. You hit everything perfectly.
Well rehearsed. Yep.
But then at the end, you threatened us.
Yeah, I was putting on my mean Roy. You like it?
It's well, I mean, you were threatening me, Robert, the listeners, all of us. Who are you threatening? Were you threatening me?
Anyone listening? You know,
anyone who didn't who didn't quote get your introduction of the stupid elephant with the trunks.
With the trunks,
because
yes.
People call a bathing suit trunks.
Yes. There will be hell to pay.
All right, there
David.
will be hell to pay, ladies and gentlemen. Roy Harter is on fire, and it is a Davey Mac Sports Program on Sunday, July 27th, 2025. And we are rocking and rolling. There is so much going on.
Oh, yeah, man.
But I have to get started with what basically everyone is talking about in my universe, which is how much the New York Yankees suck. Okay? And they suck hard.
How hard do they suck, David?
This isn't light suckage. This isn't medium suckage. This is very hard, big, epic suckage.
Yeah.
They can't play defense. They're the worst defensive team in all of baseball. They've made something insane, like 20 errors in the last 23 games. I was watching the game the other day. They made 4 errors in the game, and they could have had 6 called on them because 2 balls went off guys' gloves, and because the scorer felt so bad for the shitty Yankees, they said, you know what, we'll give those balls a hit. So they actually scored 2 balls that went off guys' gloves hits.
They were charities.
Otherwise, the Yankees would have had 6 errors. Aaron Judge, meanwhile, has hit the injury list. So this nightmarish season has now ramped up. We have no big players coming in, no big deals. We traded for this third baseman. Okay, I'll see. If you're asking me to get excited for Ryan McMahon, who's hitting .218, I'm sorry. That's not exactly the superstar trade that I was looking for. But look, he just got to the team. You never know. You never know when a guy's going to turn into like a Scott Brocious. So I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. But we have a kid, an outfielder named Spencer Jones. All little Spencer is doing is hitting .314 with, folks, listen up, 29 home runs in about 60 AAA games. You heard me right. 29 home runs, .314 batting average in about 60 AAA games. He's a lefty.
Ooh.
Why are we not calling up Spencer Jones to the team right now? Now that Aaron Judge is out, especially when we can use another outfielder. Why is he not being called up?
Maybe they're
Why
really
is Anthony Volpe still the shortstop of this team? I know all of a sudden the pressure's on Volpe, the heat's on him, and lately the last few games he's hitting. He's hitting, by the way, in meaningless games that the Yankees are losing.
Right.
They've gotten smoked by the Philadelphia Phillies the last couple of games. This is after getting dominated by the Braves, dominated by the Toronto Blue Jays, who are in first place in the AL East. You'd think they'd care about not getting dominated by the Toronto Blue Jays.
I'm sure they care,
can't
David.
beat the Red Sox, the Tampa Bay Rays. They can't beat the Mets. They can't beat the Dodgers. They can't beat the Phillies. They can't beat anyone good. And yet Brian Cashman, and now I see 10,000 other Yankee fans finally come to the Dave Man side. And we're not going to play the song. I'm not playing the song. No. And the reason why we're not going to play the song is we just played it last week.
We did, David, yeah.
And sadly, we could play the Fire That Ferret, the Fire the Brian Cashman song. We could play it every fucking episode of the show. Because every week there's at least 15 more examples of why Brian Cashman is the worst general manager in all of North American team sports. Not just baseball. He's the worst GM in baseball, basketball, football, and hockey.
Oh. I'm not arguing with you, David. I'm just
Sounded
listening.
like you were about to argue with me.
No, it's just rare you bring out the hockey.
Yeah,
Normally it's the big three.
Yeah, I've never heard you say hockey before, David.
It's not high. I didn't say highlight. I know that's the sport that you like.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. What, are you related to Gary Bettman all of a sudden? Why are you defending hockey? I mean, you don't care about the NHL.
Oh, no, I don't, David. I just was surprised to hear you mention it. That's all. I don't care about it at all.
How'd your gig go?
Well, I was going to save it for you, David, but I had one of those core memories, man. It was I had a gig with my son, who was the act, and I was kind of his accompaniment. My son, Dev Harter. We had a show in Huntington, and it was amazing. He played 3 hours.
Huntington!
Yes.
Robert, we were just arguing with someone about Huntington. How long does it take to get from Huntington to West 16th Street and Varick?
Varick, okay, so we got to railroads
Roy. No train or subway.
Oh, you mean driving?
Driving.
Oh, an hour and probably an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah. Robert, you know what I'm just going to say. We recorded Modern Day Man the other day, and Aaron Berg, legendary comedian, and Modern Day Man going very well, Roy.
Oh, very good, David.
Roy, now we've got 2 award-winning shows, the Davey Mac Sports Program and Modern Day Man. Now, I'm still awaiting an award for Modern Day Man, but it's coming.
Well, I'm happy to be a part of both of them, David.
Davey Mac Sports Program actually won Best in Show by the iTunes editorial team, folks, in case I need to remind you. Everyone, whenever I say award-winning Davey Mac Sports Program, people are like, bullshit. I go, no bullshit. Best in Show, iTunes, editorial team. Anyway.
We've got the plaques to prove it.
We got the plaques.
Yeah.
We're talking to Berg, and he's like, I got to get from here, the stand, West 16th and Varick. I got to get to Huntington. I go, Roy lives in Huntington. I go, you're fucked, man. I go, it takes at least an hour and a half. And Roy, this was at 5 p.m. I'm like, dude, you got to give yourself at least 2 hours, if not 2.5.
Yeah, 2 hours for sure. Huntington is Suffolk County. And by the way, David, I don't live in Huntington. I live in Manhasset, which is Nassau County, which is also on the North Shore.
You go to Huntington a lot. I've heard you talk about Huntington.
Yeah, I do a lot of gigs in Huntington. It's a very happening little town. There's a lot of restaurants and bars and venues, so I play there all the time.
But basically, when I said to him, it's going to take an hour and a half, because he thought, wait a second, we're in Manhattan. Yeah. Why would? And I'm just going out to Long Island is right there. How could it possibly take an hour and a half from Manhattan to Long Island? And I'm like, dude, Long Island traffic is the worst traffic on the planet Earth. Everyone thinks it's Los Angeles. It ain't. It's fucking Long Island, folks.
That's why all the Billy Joel songs are 10 minutes long.
I know.
It's so that you still listen to 3 songs and go the same distance you would have.
Oh, yeah. Scenes from an Italian restaurant is to Long Island people. That's a 2.5 minute like Ramones type of quick jam.
Yeah, he wrote "Angry Young Man" while he was sitting in traffic on the LIE.
By the way, a 2-part Billy Joel documentary just hit HBO Max. I started it. I did fall asleep.
No spoilers. I want to see if he lives. Don't ruin it for me.
I didn't know that he stole his best friend's wife, who had a kid.
Christy Brinkley?
No, he had a wife before Christy Brinkley, and this guy was like a long-haired, cool guy who also was a musician, and it's like his best friend in Long Island that always used to stick up for Billy Joel and protect Billy Joel, and Billy Joel tried to kill himself twice, and twice it was this best friend who found him and rescued him and saved his life, and for that, Billy Joel, after the guy gets married and has a baby, Billy Joel steals the fucking guy's wife, and the guy's wife and Billy Joel and the baby take off for California.
Get the fuck out! I never knew this one, David.
I didn't know this.
No more spoilers. I don't want to. No, don't ruin it for me. So
Roy,
listen,
I don't know, Dave. I hear he's an innocent man.
I'm not trying to give any spoilers, Roy.
Yeah.
Billy Joel dies of an overdose at the end of the movie.
What?
He does. He dies of a drug overdose. On the toilet, a la Elvis. But he was eating a can of beans because he was always big into beans. So Elvis liked the peanut butter. Billy Joel was just sitting on the shitter with a can of beans and he had a heart attack.
Oh, man. Oh, that's so funny. It's funny. I just drove past his old house now that you mentioned it just a couple days ago. Man.
Did you hit a tree in his honor?
Yeah, he never struck me as like what I would consider a nice guy to begin with, David. I mean, it's Billy Joel. I guess he's a strong Long Island dude. He's kind of like.
What is that about except for you and Sean O'Barry? Most Long Island people are just absolute cocksuckers. You got such a chip on your shoulder, and you walk around like you're in the fucking Sopranos. May I remind you?
Yeah.
My state, New Jersey, is where the Sopranos are from. You're from Long Island. You're from fucking Baldwin territory. Why do you guys think you're so great? You're from fucking Baldwin, Woody Allen, and Epstein territory in Long Island. So I don't know why you guys think you're so fantastic. New Jersey's where it's at, B.
Yeah. Why is Billy Joel walk around like he's a tough guy, like a wise guy? Do we forget the doo-wop era? You sang Uptown Girl.
Oh,
You're not intimidating anybody.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a massive Billy Joel fan. As I always say, Billy Joel is, to me, it's like training wheels on a bicycle. It's like you get started in rock and roll with Billy Joel and early Beatles.
Oh, okay.
Like it's like very nice, safe, early rock and roll. And if you like it, then you expand. But Billy Joel was that when I was like 8 or 9, Billy Joel was number 1 for the Dave Man. Like that's it. There was, Roy.
Oh, yeah, he was all over MTV back then at that age for you. He had videos out. And
when and then all of a sudden, it had been a couple of years and everyone's like, where's Billy Joel? And then, boom, we didn't start the fire, bitch.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that one.
And then it happened again. A few years go by. Well, I guess Billy Joel's done. And then in the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep.
Hey, by the way, David, I don't know if the voices that are singing that line in the middle of the night.
Frank.
That's Frank. We used to have him on our show.
We had Frank on our show.
Frank Sims. That's right. Him and his brother were the two voices doing those I go walking in the doo-wop.
How is Frank Sims? How's he doing?
He's fantastic. He's actually kind of blowing up. He's been doing podcasts and talking about his David Bowie stories and his Billy Joel stories and his Madonna stories. And
oh man, we got to get him on the show again.
Another career skyrocketed by Davey Mac and Roy Harter. Gotta love it.
This guy's like 68 years old.
Another career launched by Davey Mac and Roy Harter.
He was the voice of the Kool-Aid Man. So I mean, that goes back quite a way. Hey, oh yeah, that was Frank.
I didn't know that. I knew he had sung on the Billy Joel song and then the Cyndi Lauper "Girls Just Want to Have Fun," and I'm like. Dude, your career is fucking incredible.
Yeah, Madonna as well. He did the Material
Girl.
Material Girl, that's the one. Yeah, Material Girl, and he's in the material world. Yeah. Anytime you hear or the David Bowie, Let's Dance, that was him, and
Jesus.
I mean, he was like iconic voice. He's been on everything, the voice of every jingle.
Oh, let's talk to him again.
Yeah, we'll get him back on. I'll get him back on. I
You
gotta
should
reach out to
invite him
Frank.
to your house, so he just sits next to you, and then you two can play like a song together. Me and Robert will just hang back, and you two guys, do his song.
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, I haven't worked with Frank in a while.
It.
Okay, Mr. Elephant Trunk. Don't even get me started.
So again, let me also just say this about the Yankees with Mr. Cashman. Two things here. The Yankees for the last, 25 years consistently have one of the best bullpens in all of baseball. That's like a Yankee thing. Hitting the ball out of the ballpark, having an elite bullpen. And then just trying to figure out the rest. This bullpen is horrible. This is a terrible bullpen. That is Brian Cashman's responsibility. I'm sick and tired of some no-name meatball kid on Twitter posting, Brian Cashman should be fired. And he got no followers, Roy. But because he got a blue check mark, he paid for the thing. He gets 200 likes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, if you have the blue check mark.
How many years have I been saying for the Yankees to fire Brian Cashman?
You made a fucking song.
Yeah. You got a blue check mark though, buddy?
No, they took it away from me.
Terrible. That blue check mark makes all the difference.
They took it.
Yeah.
Do you have the blue check mark, Roy?
No, sir. No blue check mark from me.
Well, I guess we see who the new star of the show is then. Bobby Blue check mark.
Oh, Bobby's got a check mark. Bobby's got a bigger audience than we do, David.
I pay for it so we could back in the day so we could stream on there. That's the only reason.
I thought so some people were able to keep their blue check mark because I'm not paying for social media ever. Like that will never happen. Paying for something that makes me angry. I will go to a dominatrix before that happens. I'll have a lot more fun at an S&M dungeon.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Getting a blue check mark.
Play that idea out because I am paying for social media and it does make me angry. And the idea of a dominatrix sounds a little more fun, Dave.
So stop paying for the blue check mark. In 6 months, I'll show you where there's a S&M dungeon in Neptune, New Jersey.
Oh God, no! That's just the dungeon.
There are rats in it.
Yeah.
So there are similarities, and the lady who's going to give you a happy ending does have a kind of a hunchback type, Quasimodo type of look to her.
My type of woman.
Ring my bell.
So, Brian Cash, you got me.
Ooh, the Yankees censored him.
Yeah, what a great screen freeze, too. He's got both mouth wide open. Oh, here he comes.
Now we got you.
You're back, buddy. We're back. You're back.
That's fine. I have not been the guy to, demand Aaron Boone to be fired. In my opinion, it's about Brian Cashman because the general manager in baseball really is more important than the manager. In football, absolutely, the head coach is indispensable. I would say the same thing with NBA basketball. I absolutely would. Baseball, it's 162 games. All right. There are, bullpen switches and, how you're going to put out your lineup. But after that, it's pretty much the general manager is a way more important position because that's the guy choosing these players for 162 games. Having said that, your one job as a manager is to make sure these guys can do fundamentals. Your one job is to make sure that they can play baseball properly. These guys make more errors than anyone. They get picked off the bases more than anyone. And their bullpen is shittier than everyone. They can't. So They can't field, they can't run, and they can't pitch late in the game.
Wow.
And I'm supposed to sit here and expect Brian Cashman and or Aaron Boone are the right guys for the job? They're absolutely the wrong guys for the job. It's official. Put them both on the Shizer list today, Roy.
Shizer! Shizer! You're the ones that we despise her! Oh, haven't played that one in a while, I guess.
Because we despise you and for people like Jeff Passan on ESPN who are, these spoiled Yankee fans, you shut up.
French bitch.
The Yankees haven't won since 2009. Okay? So it's 16 years since the Yankees have won a World Series. And they're not winning this year, folks. They're not. The team sucks. So at best, if they win in 2026, that's 17 years. Folks, this is now almost the longest gap in Yankee history without winning a World Series. The longest gap was when they won in 78 and then waited 18 years and then won again in 96. That's the longest gap between winning World Series in Yankee history. How many managers and general managers were fired in that 18-year gap? 1 million.
Wow.
You had Billy Martin hired and fired in that 18-year gap like 5 times.
Yeah.
In that 18-year gap, people were getting fired all the time. They weren't allowed to be this inefficient.
You think Steinbrenner's getting soft in his old age?
Well, I think Steinbrenner's dead in his old age.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I think Hal Steinbrenner, the son, doesn't have what George had, which is an absolute ferocious desire to win every single game imaginable. And while that got George into some trouble in the late 80s, early 90s, when he got out of his own way, by the time the mid 90s came around, George Steinbrenner's, unquenchable thirst to capture championships really did benefit the Yankees.
Yeah.
They would go out, and even though they were already awesome, they would trade for Roger Clemens. Or they would, even though they had already won 4 championships, they go out and get A-Rod.
Yep.
This new Yankee regime with Hal Steinbrenner in charge and then Brian Cashman as the general manager is about being cheap and then trying to, gaslight the fans into like, well, this guy, he's pretty good. And if you look at this obscure analytic, it says that he's a productive player. I don't need that shit. Just give me someone who has a good batting average, who can hit some home runs and drive in some runs and could catch the baseball. That's all we need. The easiest thing to this day and it's something that the Buster Olneys and the Jeff Passans, they don't want to tell you about this because they've invented so many analytics and sabermetrics for the game of baseball. I'm now convinced, the conspiracy theory in me is convinced that they're doing that just so like guys like Buster Olney and Jeff Passan have jobs. So that because so that guys in the media are able to interpret these insanely complex baseball stats. You know what, at the end of the day, you know how you can easily determine a good player? Batting average, home runs, RBIs, the Triple Crown stats. That's it.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
When I was in high school playing football, I used to watch a lot of film, and my dad would eventually get to the point where he'd say, it comes down to who scores more points. Like, you can analyze it as much as you want, but at the end of the day, if you're going to hit home runs and drive people in, you're going to win baseball games.
That's right. Your dad's a wise man.
Can I share the story of us driving back real quick, Dave?
Yes.
So we were driving back from Modern Day Men from the city of New York to Dave's house, and we put the game on AM, and it was 4-6 when we went into the tunnel.
Yeah.
And there might have been a pitcher change. We weren't sure. We came out of the tunnel and it was a commercial break. And we were like, well, either they changed pitchers or they gave up 2 runs.
No, it was 4-4.
Oh, it was 4-4. So they gave up 2 runs. And then progressively, every time we lost the signal and came back, We heard, and another error by the Yankees.
It was crazy.
It got so bad the fucking commentators were trying to make up stats to make it seem like they were doing better than they were. Like, it was just terrible watching them fall apart. And Dave was slowly unraveling.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was terrible, man.
Yeah. I felt horrible.
It was more uncomfortable than the car ride with between Steve Buscemi and the blonde guy in Fargo. It was like I was smoking a cigarette, just contemplating maybe I should just grab the wheel when we're on the Verrazano Bridge and just kill Robert and I and just ease our pain. Ease both of our pains collectively.
Wait, so let me get this straight. So Bobby drives you from the city back out to Jersey every week after Modern Day Man?
No, from Pennsylvania. He's coming from Pennsylvania.
Oh, I see. Okay. Every week he does this.
Yeah, I grabbed Dave on the way up, and we have a blast. I would say at this point we're becoming the best of friends.
Oh yeah. No, I used to share the car with Bobby weekly as well. I know exactly what that's like, David.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's a much different car ride experience for Bobby.
Doesn't it? When Bobby talks, he doesn't go like this. So Dave, anyway, I'm thinking to myself,
Roy,
Bobby, look at the road, Bobby. I'm talking. I don't want to be rude.
I tell him all the time, it's not normal to almost get into between 3 to 5 legitimate car accidents
every ride,
every commute. He is going to get into an accident, and I have told him this. When he does, you are not allowed to blame me, you son of a bitch, because I know he's going to point the finger at me and be like, if I didn't have to pick you up, no.
Absolutely. It's the first phrase coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
It's a bit, no, if you kept your eyes on the road, you wouldn't get into the accident. When the accident occurs, do not blame me, sir.
And it's almost amazing how, we take a little puff on the road. It kind of mellows you out. Bobby still gets road rage even after he smokes, which almost surprises me.
Oh, no, that's not what happens. It's that now, after that happens, while going 75 mile an hour on the turnpike, now since he's hit this, he wants to, play a good song from his phone. So while going 75 miles an hour, he's actually doing this, scrolling through the phone, going, I want to hear a Real Big Fish playlist, Dave, man. You want to hear some fucking ska?
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you just put the ice on the road?
Hey, well, he does have a good playlist, so he plays good music on the ride. That I will admit.
I know, but we have and I'm sorry that I'm so like pathetically 1990, but I'm sorry. I'm just going to own it. We do have a no rap policy. I'm sorry. I never got into the genre. Don't get upset at me. Just don't care for it. Sorry.
That's where Roy and you differ. Roy is into the gangster rap. He goes, I know Tekashi 6ix9ine, Bob. Put on hold.
Here's the thing. I also despise pop and I despise modern country. So you're not alone, rap. See, Robert and I, we have a lot of rules for when
really
I'm in the car.
It becomes just Joan Jett's greatest hits is where our pivot sections line up usually.
That's what you've been playing.
Yeah.
Like, he's been playing Joan Jett's greatest hits for like 3 weeks in a row. I mean, I'm not telling him to stop. I love Joan Jett. It's just that he's the one choosing that.
Say what you want, Dave. I don't give a damn about my bad reputation.
Oh, she's great. But Roy, the amount of songs that she's covered and he doesn't realize they're covers makes me go, if Roy was in this car, he'd throw something at your head. He's like, Crimson Clover by Joan Jett. Crimson Clover. I'm like, that's a cover, man.
Yeah, that's a cover, all right, from the 50s, or like a doo-wop song, actually.
It's kind of like when the band did Atlantic City. When you just make something so much better than the original, people forget about it.
I think Billy Joel wrote, didn't Billy Joel write Crimson and Clover, David?
By the way, I'm blaming Brian Cashman on this. Aaron Judge headed to the IL for 10 days. Roy, I will give you 500 points, and I will PayPal you $20 if you can tell me what IL stands for.
You know, it's funny, David, because I was just about to ask you, what the hell does IL mean, David?
Well,
I'm going to say International League.
Oh, the International League. I know Robert knows. Robert, you could steal his points, but not his money. I'm not giving you the cash.
Is it the injury list?
It's the injury list. Injured list, I believe some say, but I accept injury list as well.
Okay.
10 days for Judge. Again, Shane Spencer. Okay. And by the way, this is how like horrible the Yankees are with their own history. Mm-hmm. In 1998, the Yankees were kind of floundering. All right. They had gotten out to an incredible lead in 98. I mean, an insane record. At one point, they may have been something crazy like 45-5 or something. But then, anyway, in August, they started to, play some bad baseball. And Yankee fans were like, the team, after a phenomenal first half, they're starting to look very sluggish. And they're starting to scare Yankee fans as we head into the postseason. So they called up Shane Spencer, okay? Just some minor league outfielder who was tearing it up in the Yankees AAA. He was crushing the ball. So they bring up Shane Spencer because he's crushing the ball in the minors. And guess what? Shane Spencer crushed the ball in the majors. He stayed hot. He hit like 8 home runs in September, was good enough to make the postseason team, got some clutch hits in October, and the Yankees win the World Series. They literally have a guy named Spencer. That was Shane Spencer in 98. This guy's name is Spencer Jones in 2025. If that's not a sign, I don't know what. What are we doing? Why is every decision so obvious, and yet the Yankees failed to make the right call?
Oh, I hate to see you like this, David. It's very frustrating, isn't it?
It is, Roy. I'm very frustrated.
Yeah. I can see it. Although your eyes look nice and blue today.
Can you make it up to me, Roy? Play us a nice song right now, please. Anything.
Maybe something by Joan Jett.
Yeah, just anything. Just good. No, I'll lay back.
Hell yeah.
What was that? What song is that? It's Joan Jett.
I Love Rock and Roll.
I Love Rock and Roll. Thank you, David. Very good. 10 points for you, buddy.
Wow.
I mean, but that's it? That's all?
Yeah. My voice is a shot from the gig on Sunday. I was doing
impromptu
harmonies.
Game.
Yeah.
Impromptu game. Roy Harter's Name That Tune. Robert and I will compete.
Ooh. Okay.
You play us, and we want big-time rock songs. Does not need to be Joan Jett. It just needs to be the genre of rock and roll, and not some Roy Harter indie German Nazi band that no one's heard of.
Okay.
We're talking your Stones, your Joan Jetts, your Beatles, your big bands here.
Okay.
When Dave starts to run away, transition to rap. It'll be my only prayer.
No. Uptown Girl. Uptown Girl by Billy Joel.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right, how about this? Each one is worth 50 points. First one to 300 wins. I have 100 points right now, Robert.
Okay, ready?
I've gotten 2, Robert.
Okay.
I knew we love rock and roll. I was just
didn't say it.
All right, I didn't realize we were playing. That's fine. Take whatever advantage you need.
And you have to do the arm first.
Okay.
Whoever's arm is first, and then Roy calls. So this way we're not talking over each other. We don't want the answer to get lost.
Okay, here comes number 2. Are you ready, guys? Here it comes. Bobby?
Is that Blinded by the Light?
No, sir. I'll play it one more time. That's all I'm giving you guys, because come on. I basically played the whole song right there.
Well, I mean, that's part of the game. If you go in early and you get it wrong, the other person
can't
gets
answer.
the goddamn
So
playing
Dave
of
gets
the
as
song.
much as he needs.
Come on. Anyone?
Yes, that was
I'll give you a hint. It's a New Jersey band.
Oh, that was she's a bad time in the water, she white in the mud.
I can't believe you guys didn't get this.
Oh, hold on. Runaway by Bon Jovi.
Thank you, David. Wow, I was surprised. I thought that was going to be like I thought you guys were going to jump on that after the first couple of hits.
I
didn't realize.
I'm not a big Bon Jovi guy, though. I'm from New Jersey. You know, he was kind of a chick band.
All right, let's try. Let's see if I can pull this.
But by the way,
Joel.
I've got 150 points. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Let me think of the next one here. Oh, wait. Okay. Yes, David. Thank you, because I fucked it up anyway. Go for it.
As if he doesn't have it.
Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
Very good.
200 points.
Here's number 4. Oh yeah, Roy. If you can guess this one, I'll be amazed. Anyone? Come on now. No one? Yes, David, go ahead.
Bad Leroy Brown?
Very good, David.
Am I right?
No. You are not right.
No, I wrote that song on the spot. I just wanted to fuck with you guys to see what would happen.
What are you doing? That's real songs, you know?
I was actually trying to play something else, but I will admit I was a little sloppy. So hold on a second. let me play another one here. Ready? Okay. All right, Bobby, come on. I'm playing this one for you, brother. Ready?
Oh boy.
Angry Young.
Yes, David.
Angry Young Man, Billy Joel.
Okay, very good, David. All
That's
right.
250 points. If I get one more, I win.
All
And
right, here comes the comeback. Here comes the comeback.
Okay, ready,
Roy,
guys?
think of all those car rides.
Yes. All right, Bobby. Here it comes. All right, think hard. Three chords.
Theme song to the East Side Dave Show.
Very good, David. Damn, it's been a real fine day.
I got swept.
I mean, listen, I always loved Name That Tune. I always thought I could dominate. Now I actually think they need to bring back that game show so that I can go. That's gonna be my big moment of triumph in the 2020s. Is
you
winning,
have a knack.
Is becoming Name That Tune champion.
Name that champion. Oh, all right, David.
I played like the Yankees in that game.
Oh, how dare you! Now, a week after Mike Francesa went viral for giving his Superman review, he starts out with he decided to talk about modern day music, specifically the Lumineers.
Oh, the Lumineer. Yeah,
here's Mike Francesa now talking about modern day music.
I always said that, hey, I'm not going to be one of these older people that doesn't know what my kids are thinking, doesn't know their slang. And you think you keep up with that stuff. And I've tried a couple little tricks to keep up with it. One of it is to actually read People magazine. But I got to admit, when it comes to the music, it's hard to keep up because you can't stand the music. I don't know who, like, Emmy was listening to something the other day, and I was like, Dad, you've heard of this group, right? And I'm like, no. She goes, yes, you have. Here, listen to this song. You've heard this song, right? I'm like, I've heard that song. I wouldn't have any idea whose song it is. It was a discussion over the Lumineers who were at Citi Field tonight. I had never heard of the Lumineers. I guess they're pretty decent size. If they can fill Citi Field, they're pretty big.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Apparently the
what I said wouldn't happen.
Lumineers. The Lumineers. Hey Ho. Apparently is their song. Okay. Now this idea that hey and ho, you know, and this idea that, you know, every band has got to be, you know, like a Mumford in the sun, you know, with the bass drum and the acoustic guitar. and just and hey ho, you know. This idea that everyone does this is a little bit overdone, in my opinion. Okay, you know, you got the guy from American Idol, home with the bass drum. Okay, it's overdone. Okay, too many acoustic bands with the bass drum and the Mumford and the Son. Okay, and I know this because I stay up to tabs on People magazine. Okay, People. Okay, that's where you go. You know, if you're a young person, you don't go online. You don't go on Twitter or on the YouTube or on the TikTok. Okay, if you're a young person like me, Mike Francesa, you read People magazine. Okay. I also have a subscription to Life magazine, okay? Beautiful, brand new issue with FDR on the cover, okay? It talks about his presidential reign in the year 1936, okay? Go check it out. That's Life magazine, okay? You know, the other ways I like to get my information, some people said to me, you know, Mike, how about you watch TMZ Sports, okay? With Harvey Levin. I go, I don't know what a Harvey Levin is. What I do know is a carrier pigeon. Right? Carrier pigeon. Okay, I don't do a TMZ, but what I could do is strap a little message, you know, put a little note, you know, onto the carrier pigeon, and then I send them away. I say, go fly. Deliver the news. The Allies are coming with reinforcements, so whatever your message is going to be, okay? You know, these are the ones. And then the other thing I like to do, you know, I don't like to go on the Instagram or the, you know, or use the computer. I don't even know, you know, what the computer, you know, too many, you know, stuff like that. I have my friend Geronimo is what I call him. He works at the cigar store, and what I have him do is go up on the hill in on Massapequa Bay there in Long Island and do smoke signals. Right? And you should see, I pay Geronimo $2.50. You know, he's a drunken engine. That's good pay for those people. I pay him $2.50 an hour, and I say, hey, put the smoke signals up. And the last time I went, you know, I told Geronimo, put those smoke signals up. You know what I said? The Yankees' defense is feeble. Right? And that was the smoke. That's what went out. Okay, and people throughout Long Island from 8 to 15 miles could see that smoke signal message that Mike Francesa delivered, which was the Yankees' defense is feeble. You know, and back to the woman is, you know, hey ho. I mean, come on, you know. I mean, this idea that folk bands, you know, around with the bass drum, no snare. They never hit a snare in any of these bands. It's just the bass drum. Okay, this idea that it's still, you know, 2017, 2018, and that kind of music is acceptable is patently false. Okay. Now, you know, last week I told you I went out and I saw Superman. Okay, Superman, not good. Okay, too many characters, too confusing. Superman gets beat up half the movie. Okay. Well, I thought to myself, you know, Mike, don't give up on the comic book genre just yet. I went and I saw Fantastic Four.
Oh no.
Okay. I don't know if any of you people are aware of what this is about. At one point, a man turns into a giant rock creature. Are you aware of this? Okay? Because I have to tell you, I found it to be a little bit disgusting. I found it to be a little bit sexually inappropriate. As if the rock was supposed to symbolize a cock. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that saw that rock creature as instead really saw him as a cock creature? Is that just me? It can't just be Mike Francesa. Hold on. Eddie? Okay, Eddie's telling me it is just me. It is me. What? Okay, Eddie says most people don't watch Fantastic Four and see the Rock Man as the cock man. Well, like I said, I never heard of the Lumineers. Okay, like I said, this whole thing was about the Lumineers. Hey ho, I don't care for it, and I don't care for Mumford and Son. Styx. That's my band. Foreigner. Eddie Money. You know what Mike likes. I'm Mike Francesa. Go fuck yourself, America. Roy.
Yes, sir.
He is he's a bad man.
He's a bad man.
Felt like some of those musical choices he had at the end might have been a little bit personal based on some car rides we've had.
I was not thinking about you, Robert, but if you're...
Mike's got a great taste in music. That's all I'm going to say.
Mike, he's hysterical to me. You know who's awesome? You know who's not hysterical?
Uh-oh.
Terry Bradshaw.
Terry Bradshaw.
But I am in a dilemma, boys. Mm-hmm. In wrestling, we would call this a double heel match.
Okay. Because
I find Terry Bradshaw to be one of the most unlikable people involved with sports media and or sports in general. I've always thought Terry Bradshaw is a miserable human being. You cannot convince you. Just watch Terry Bradshaw on TV. You can tell.
Excuse me.
Off camera. Mm-hmm. He is a hateful, negative, cold, miserable man. You can just tell.
It's interesting because he has this almost teddy bear persona on camera, like lovable, big, dumb jock teddy bear.
Just like Ellen DeGeneres and just like Rosie O'Donnell or anyone whose gimmick is I'm the happy, funny, I'm the happy, silly, nice person.
That's me.
They're always like they're always the darkest people on the planet. But I also don't like Aaron Rodgers because, he's just annoying. Anyway, Terry Bradshaw says, because, Rodgers is now playing on the Steelers, where obviously Terry Bradshaw had his Hall of Fame career. Yeah. So Terry Bradshaw says, the Steelers' interest in Aaron Rodgers is a joke, and then says, quote, that guy needs to stay in California, go somewhere and chew some bark and whisper to the gods out there. Close quote. So calling him a ayahuasca head.
Yeah.
Which he is.
Yeah, he's not wrong there.
This is difficult for me because there's a part of me that would love to be on Terry's side because Rodgers is a pain in the ass. But then there's a part of me that wants to say to Terry Bradshaw, shut up. Yeah. You can shut up, Terry. As if Terry Bradshaw doesn't make everything about him.
Yeah, well.
Does Terry Bradshaw not realize that Aaron Rodgers is basically a younger version of Terry Bradshaw?
Interesting.
They're both a head case. They both make everything about them. They both have a certain point of view of themselves that probably doesn't line up with reality. Terry Bradshaw thinks he's the happiest, funniest, goofiest guy on the planet when I find him to be a cackling redneck moron. And Aaron Rodgers thinks he's the smartest guy on the planet when I also think he's a moron.
Yeah, it sounds like they may have a little bit of narcissism to them, David.
Narcissism with a little delusion.
With a little delusion, yeah.
This is easy for me. I get that Rodgers at this point has become a bit of an ayahuasca nutcase, all about him. But Terry is already talking to spirits and whispering to trees without chewing on any of the bark. This CTE mongoloid motherfucker just cackles at nothing, ruins every broadcast he's on. And oh, by the way, let's look at Terry's teammates. Franco Harris, Joe Green, Jack Lambert, Jack Ham, Mel Blount, John Stallworth, Lynn Swann, and Mike Webster, all in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
Terry Bradshaw, a joke? You thinking you're an elite quarterback, Terry?
Terry Bradshaw never gets... I think Terry Bradshaw's bitterness might stem from the fact that he did win 4 Super Bowls, and he's never even in the top 5 conversation, nor should he be. He had a cannon for an arm. He was a phenomenal deep ball thrower. That is something we can say about Terry Bradshaw. He could throw the deep ball as well as anyone in NFL history. And that's where we end. Because then we say he had Franco Harris and the greatest defense of all time. Because unlike the Bears that just won that one Super Bowl, or the Ravens that won their one Super Bowl, the Steelers, when they were the best offensive team in the league, won 4. So they had the best defense ever, combined with Franco Harris, a phenomenal running game, 2, wide receiving Hall of Famers. Terry Bradshaw could throw the ball 65, 70 miles an hour. Yards in the air on a dime. Absolutely. But Terry, you're not Joe Montana. The top 5 quarterbacks of all time, you're going to have Brady, you're going to have Mahomes, you're going to have Montana. Those 3, that can't change. The next 2, in my opinion, you're probably saying Peyton Manning and John Elway. Because of what they meant to their teams, to the organizations, and to how they played the game of football. You're not putting Terry Bradshaw ahead of Elway and Manning. And it's not even a discussion if Terry Bradshaw is better than Joe Montana, Patrick Mahomes, or Tom Brady. We're not even talking about that. We will talk about Peyton Manning and John Elway because they won 2 Super Bowls each and Bradshaw won 4. But again, Elway had to be the man on his team. He finally gets TD, Terrell Davis, and he wins the Super Bowl, but he was still a great quarterback. In fact, he won Super Bowl MVP in that second one against the Falcons.
Yeah. And I would put Rodgers above Bradshaw on the greatest list of all time because his greatest asset isn't a semi-truck sized forehead that can just take every hit as he gets laced up. He actually won games. Think about how many Hail Mary highlights we have of Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, he may have ruined his legacy a bit with being crazy at the end, but before that, he was elite.
Yeah. Oh, I'm okay with that. Terry Bradshaw is just not. No one looked at football in the 1970s and for a second said, "Who's the best player?" It's Terry Bradshaw.
No, Terry's so dumb. He didn't understand what the one for the thumb song meant.
Yeah, didn't happen. Now, 3 celebrities just died. I want you to rank them on a scale of 1 to 100, 1 being the worst, 100 being the best.
Okay.
Number 1, Malcolm-Jamal Warner. He was Theo Huxtable in The Cosby Show. Robert, you first.
I would rank him 50. He brought me a lot of joy as Theo, but he the Cosby allegations.
Complicated ending to The Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Roy? Malcolm-Jamal Warner.
He would be number 1 in my book, David, because I was in my first professional recording studio gig was an assistant engineer on his debut rap album on 27th Street at Hip Pocket in New York City. So I go back with him.
Okay, but 1 was the worst.
Oh, 1 was the worst, so I would put him number 3.
On a scale of 1 to 100.
Yeah,
I put him evil he was.
How evil, yeah. So he's a 3. He's not the worst.
This was an unpleasant experience?
No, it actually was. It was a great experience. He was really cool to me, super nice. He was only a few years older than I was actually at the time. Maybe, I guess we're probably 4 or 5 years apart. But yeah, he was nice to me. So I would probably put him in like the 85, 90 percentile of celebrity.
Wow. All right, hold on. Yeah. I'm looking up his age because I think you're younger. Roy, he's 55.
Yes, I was dead on. I'm 52, I think.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah. So he's a couple years older than me. But
all right, next one, Ozzy Osbourne. Robert,
I'd put him in the 90s.
Well, I want an actual ranking here. Come on.
93.
93.
Did a lot of great music, had a rough life, but truly came from nothing. And then in his final act, went out of his way to give back to help other people in that situation so they could have a similar avenue. You talk about all the scandals and stuff over the years. He never fucked a kid, which is saying a lot these days, apparently. So I would put him pretty high. He gave back. He certainly seemed to help other artists. I really liked that he did Post Malone song with him just because Post was such a big fan. It seemed like somebody who lived out his dreams and loved it and was happy.
All right. 93. That's a very good rating. Roy?
I'm going to up Robert there. I'm going to go 95 on Ozzy because, I think he's never met him, never worked with him, but he seems like a genuine guy. He's obviously very smart in the fact that he keeps his wife close by and she kind of runs the shit for him. But he seems to be one of those guys that, he's the real deal. You know,
Okay.
I know we all know guys like Ozzy. You know, they're not successful heavy metal singers. That's all.
Love him. Love Ozzy.
Yeah.
And finally, Hulk Hogan. Robert, rank, give him a rating, please.
25.
25.
He gets the 25 because he's a cultural icon, like, you know, all the references and everything. But really, his whole life, he was a piece of shit. His kids are pieces of shit. He wasn't that great of a wrestler. He just kind of was the most known one when there were a lot more talented guys around him consistently to prop him up. He was friends with Bubba the Love Sponge. Like, that's got to cost you major points. So, yeah, 25.
25.
Yeah, I'll give him a 22. You're right. The Bubba the Love Sponge thing is a big big negative thing up there. So, and I guess, Hulk Hogan kind of embodied, the American thing, but he was kind of a shit heel, behind closed doors, obviously. So
I was always a Piper fan.
Okay.
So I mean, Hogan was like, I wasn't a fan, but on a wrestling level because Roddy Piper was my favorite.
Yeah.
And so I rooted for the bad guys, No surprise there. But,
That's why you like the Yankees.
he's a big star. Yeah, Yankees, Notre Dame, they're kind of heels to some people.
Oh, heel. I thought you meant just playing poorly.
Oh, please. All right. And then finally, Brian Dable has named Russell Wilson the New York Giants starting quarterback. Some people in the media, some ESPN folks thought that's a mistake. The former Jets general manager who now does ESPN, Mike Tannenbaum, said the Giants should have went with their rookie, Jackson Dart. Doesn't know why they're going with Russell Wilson. But Dable says it's Russell Wilson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
We haven't seen the Giants completely fuck up a rookie quarterback by starting them too early with no line around them and just watching their career wither away into mediocrity. Great call. No,
I
brilliant move.
feel it's so disturbing to see two organizations that I love, and the Yankees and Giants, be so similar in that they have ineffective, dumb general managers and bad head coaches and weak owners, both of which were the sons of much, much stronger and better owners. John Mara isn't a half of what Wellington Mara was, and Hal Steinbrenner isn't a billionth of what George Steinbrenner was. It's amazing how similar the Yankees and Giants are, and there's no hope for the Yankees and Giants right now. I don't see either of those teams turning around their organization in the foreseeable future. I sadly have to put all my eggs in the Knicks basket to win a championship.
okay.
May I respectfully disagree with you on this quarterback decision, Dave? I think this is actually a good situation for Jackson Dart. You've got a smart quarterback in Russell Wilson who's going to be game managing and can kind of show him how you game manage in the NFL, how you read a defense, how you call the plays. And then the other presence you've got in the locker room is Jameis Winston, who's a bit of a doofus. He throws a bunch of interceptions, but is beloved by the league.
Yeah.
People respect him. So I think you've got one guy who can teach this Dart how to become a leader and a presence in the locker room, and you got another guy who could teach him the X and O's. If they play this out for a season or two and let him really learn the ropes, you might have a very solid quarterback coming through. The issue is you got nothing around him.
Well, so I mean, they got Malik Neighbors, and their rookie running back.
Oh, my bad. I was letting you go on. I thought there were more things than just Malik.
No, I mean,
Neighbors.
yeah, they got Malik Neighbors. They got the running back. The rookie running back from last year was good. We'll see. I don't know. But I do know that that's going to do it. We've done a magnificent episode. We're in and we're out. Roy, it sounds like you had a great gig with your son, with your progeny.
My progeny, yes, I did. Another one coming up. We were invited back for August 15th.
Hell yeah.
In Huntington.
What's the name of the bar?
It's called The Last Word Bar and Restaurant. It's on 13 Wall Street in Huntington, August 15th. It's a Friday night.
Roy, your son, by the way, is not 21, correct?
He is not. He's only 19, actually. Yes.
When's the date? When's the date of this?
August 15th.
I'm telling you right now, on August 15th, I'm calling that place and I'm diming out your son. And I'm going to ruin your whole entire gig. I'm getting it canceled. Everyone loves those drama podcasts where people just get mad at each other. But let's do the first ever inner drama podcast where we just attack each other all the time and get really, really vicious on each other. So my first move on our on the very first ever inner drama cast is that on August 15th, I'm calling that place and I'm letting them know Roy Harter Jr. is not of age. And if you don't want the goddamn FBI in there doing a liquor raid, you get him out of there. Robert, anything?
October 11th, I'll be in Columbus with Aaron Berg. I think this Thursday I'll be in Ocean City, Maryland at the Green Turtle. So if you find yourself in Ocean City, come out. But if you don't find yourself there, I wouldn't make the trip for that show. If you catch
All right, but it sounds like fun. Ocean
It'll
City,
be a
Maryland.
blast. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wonderful. All right, well, that'll do it. Subscribe to everything, Eastside Dave. Social media is all at Eastside Dave. Make sure you subscribe to Eastside Dave TV on YouTube. And, of course, you are subscribing, sharing, resharing, and spreading the word of Modern Day Man. Davey Mac Sports Program and Modern Day Man both are on fire right now, and we want them to get, more hits, more views. And then we'll see what happens, how we can expand these things. Anyway, that'll do it for Roy Harter, for Bobby Tamburro. I'm Eastside Dave McDonald. Good night, everybody.